to obey the traffic light. Red means you stop. Green means you need to move your car. You need to start going. Then if it's yellow, yellow means what? Anyone here in our class hasn't got his or her driving license? Yellow means what? Type in the chat box. Nak cakap pun boleh, push on your microphone. Yellow means traffic light. Ready to? Daniel, type in the chat box. Faris? Correct. Ready to stop. But why I laugh? Because yes, that's correct. Yellow means go faster, as fast as you can, and be careful not to hit the car in front of you. So the main principle is never, better late than never. So better you arrive in Kuching late than never arrive langsung. Okay. So don't speed up, be careful. So these are the way you interact with the real system. Now on website, on mobile app, people are interacting with you. You are a developer. Okay. You need to follow this principle and the deadline. Thank you, Daniel. The rest of you, please interact with me. Type in the chat box any question, issues, example, so that this won't be one-way traffic from me. So in this slide, we're focusing on mobile and wearables interface. Don't forget you have your smartwatch. You might have a smaller version of computers rather than your smartphone. And first, industry players, they themselves, especially Apple, I don't use Apple product. Apple, Google, Microsoft, they have their own design guidelines. Although all of these companies are focusing on usability, quality of the interaction, but they have maybe slightly 5% difference in terms of how they design their product. Any Apple MacBook user here, please share your experience. Type in the chat box. How do you feel using MacBook? Then suddenly you switch to PC or laptop. Windows laptop. Okay, this for the example, guidelines for mobile app. Prioritize features, main features, make it bold, clear, top of the screen, on top. Reduce clutter, avoid too many text, avoid too many icons. I think at the moment I'm using phone for my phone to use WebEx. So WebEx now gives me only 4 buttons: mic, mute, video. The third button is triple dot. Dot means, by default we understand dot means underneath this 3 dots button another menu, the same similar level of menu as the first 2, and the 4th button is stop the session or pause or cancel the session. For mobile, finger friendly, tap target, so the button size should be large enough, because if I have large thumb, it's very hard for me to press precisely on that particular URL, for example, underline green. So make it larger, bigger. And thumb friendly zone means some of your friends, for me, I'm left-handed, so I use my thumb should be here. Anything more or far that I could not reach means that location of that button is not considered as a thumb friendly zone. Whether it's designed for interruption, for example, while listening to music, somebody called me, so should that call interrupt the music that I enjoy, or maybe the music, the voice from lowered. It depends on the app, the software. What else? Break tasks into bite-sized chunks, smaller processes, 10, for example, 10 steps that it should take, maybe break into 3 most important ones: introduction, the intermediary process, and the output or the last process. Next, avoid using jargons. Jargon is good for us, computer scientists, but if your friends from Faculty of Social Sciences or language faculty, they may not understand what you want to tell them. Okay, make your apps fast, not furious, not fast and furious. Especially in terms of responsive level. Once I press it, I would expect, okay, I give 2-3 seconds something should happen. Okay? And if the thing doesn't happen, there should be one menu or screen appeared on front of my screen saying that sorry, your process or your request could not be processed. Say something. Don't leave them wondering and asking what happened to my process, for example. Okay. Design guidelines. Focus on the example on the right side of my screen. Your screen as well. 50%, so 50 are green. Another 50 is still maybe we call it white or still transparent. The slider, 50% slider, 50% completed. For this one, you need to calculate it precisely. About 16 minutes remaining. This is the way how iOS 7 beta from Apple tell me that I should wait. Don't go away. Please be patient. It's another 16 minutes. If this is not being written here, I might have to guess how long should I have to wait. 5 minutes, 16 minutes. How long? So although the progress bar is here, but I know that my current percentage is 25% or so, but I do not know the maximum. Should I know the maximum? Let's say it's 1 hour, so 35% means I'm now 15 minutes past. I have to wait for another 45 minutes. Right. So please use progress indicator for your next project. Yes, for your project. Loading spinner. This is called loading spinner. Percent done. Percent done means percentage 50, another 50. Or you may animate it, animated waiting indicator. Next, design for interruption. Okay. The real life, always we are being interrupted by while I drive, the phone coming in, so the call come in, so it interrupts the process of driving. And in case I miss something, so this is how, Twitter or something, in case you miss it, so I made, Twitter, so I miss Twitter or X, so I miss 43 new tweets. I need to press that arrow button, then I can move up to see the last tweet that I stopped reading before this screen. What else? An interesting example. Make apps fast and furious, not furious, fast and responsive. Prioritize features. This example. I've shown you this example in our class activity for the train ticketing system. What are the features that you want to prioritize? For example, here I want, where are you going? So these are the most important process at that particular screen. And I can see that these are, at the moment, there are 5 Grab car or what's this? Oh, maybe, I'm not sure this is not Grab. Lyft, or LYFT. So these cars are roaming around, expecting the nearest one would catch me. Okay. So focus on what's important. The important now is the process of finding one Lyft driver, and the rest of menus you can hide it. For example, home. What's this? I can see it's clear. Maybe credit card number. You hide it just for this particular moment because you want to focus on the activity of looking for the driver. Reduce clutter. Okay. If you see example, the first button, the first diagram, the first mock-up. How many menus you have here? Icon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 menus or 9 buttons or 9 icons. Now go for the minimize to reduce clutter. Focus on the maybe 3 only. Upload, plus, and dustbin. Top 3 most important at that particular moment. So that the screen will not too complicated, alright? So you keep interface elements to a very minimum. What is needed at that particular time, that's it, done. And if I'm in the second stage of the activity, You may introduce again all this button. Next, make navigation simple. Of course, these are the example. Hamburger menu. Hamburger menu are 3 lines on top right of your apps or system or mobile phone. Tab bar. Tab bar normally we use like PS2 traditional joystick or button. We call it joystick. The game controller. Floating action button, priority plus pattern, or full screen navigation. Example here, this is known as hamburger menu, or if you press it, there is a like a drawer at the side, so it's in a slides in and out, in and out. This is called side drawer or navigation drawer. Hamburger, it looks like a hamburger because the bread on top and underneath, and in between some maybe sausage. So here, 3 is a magic number. I like number 3. If you make it 4, too complicated. Maybe 2 is a hamburger. Maybe bun and sausage only. So you need at least 3 lines, 3 elements on a hamburger, in a hamburger. Another example. Tab bar. On the tab bar, you can add maybe 1 active button in color. The rest, keep it transparent, or not transparent, it's still there, but not that highlighted using black or red color. On the top bar, usually these are the important areas that the visitors or the users need to normally will press. For example, this is, what's this? Plus music or something. So this is called floating action button. It floats above the UI. Normally, I can remember 10, 15 years ago, for a long newspaper article, you need to scroll down, right? Scroll down. Now, you can easily create this using JavaScript, wherever you are a particular screen, let's say you are on the screen, the third screen of the news, the menu or sub-menu will follow you. Easy, right? So you don't have to scroll. You just click to that may be a table of content, and this table of content always floating on the screen, waiting for you to click it. Another example, you put the priority on news, opinions, thoughts, sports, culture, lifestyle, but the rest are also important, but is hidden in the sub-menu of the top bar. Another design guidelines here. You may see that arrow button will bring you from the list to sub-list, and from sub-list to the nested list. Then the fourth screen. If you don't create this arrow button, I would not know whether there is a a second page of the option. Finger-friendly tab. Example, you see the first photo. It's okay, but it's a bit hard to press as opposed to the second one. I feel satisfied to press it. And this is the measurement, at least 7 to 11 millimeter, so that it would be accurately tapped with using your finger. 7 to 11. If it's 18 millimeter, it's too big, size of a penny. 15 is a keyboard size. So go for 7 to 11 millimeter, or take it 10 millimeter or 10 cm, 1 cm. This is the area that should be covered by that menu, so that I can press correctly the particular button. Example, for left-handed, always consider your user that not 100% of them are right-handed. So maybe another 5-10% are left-handed. How many of you here are left-handed in our class? Me, one of you in our class. Siapa lagi left-handed? How do you feel if you press left-handed? Jari pun pendek kan. It's very hard for you to press the hard area. So From this color, you can see natural. Natural means just tap it easily. Stretching, and then I need to stretch it a bit. It's very hard unless you slide it down like a bit, then you can press the furthest area from this from where your fingers are. Design for instruction, done for this one. Break tasks into bite-sized chunks. The process is maybe booking a ticket, flight ticket, the hotel, what is this for maybe payment details. This is good way to tell me as a user the total process would be in 4 stages or 4 main tasks. Now you divide it into smaller tasks. 1 small task, 1 screen. 4 tasks, 4 screens. And there is an indicator bar. We're done with the personal data. Done. Thank you. Next, let's move on to address. Yes, I've filled out my address. Now we are on the payment screen. Differentiate the color of the icon. Green, tick means pass, done. Now blue means you haven't reached to that you can tell this process is done. So use different color. And use number 3 means currently we are on the 3rd stage of the process. Now, once where you have completed process number 3, you have to change into green tick as well, and leave a process or button number 4 with a blue color. Now, button number 4 is inactive. Inactive means you can use white or off-white effect. Avoid using jargons. Example, roost, migrate, and fly. Buy, rent, and sell. Make apps fast and furious. Me myself is confused using this slide. It was created by the previous lecturer. Sign in. If this area is filled, is compulsory, put red symbol next to the text so that I cannot easily skip this one. I can't skip it. Next, you have what else? Success with green tip, or if something wrong happen, oops, Some of the mobile app uses graphical cartoon style way of creating. No. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's correct, but reduce unnecessary decorative graphic or images, which doesn't necessarily needed for that particular process. Example for wearables, also challenging. If you have a digital watch, wristwatch, maybe camera. I used digital camera last time. Digital camera was like a camera. It's not inside the phone. More challenges here. If you're using wearable, for example, using digital wristwatch, that's great. Good, you can bring it anywhere. But the limitation is maybe you need to charge it every 2 days, if not every day. Okay. As an example here, the design guidelines for wearables, normally digital wristwatch. Glanceability means you are running, jogging, you don't have time to scrutinize. What is it's 8 a.m. See, it takes time. It disturbs your process of running. Design for the context. For the context, maybe, for example, I need that digital wristwatch for my early jogging or morning brisk walk. The context will be focused on the activity, the sports activity. Of course, keep it simple. I cannot tell you how important this is. Keep the instruction simple for your submission, for your project later on. Go for simple instruction, simple design, but don't simply use simplicity as an excuse for not giving me the best. Not you, the previous batches. When I asked that batch of students, I asked them why is it your design is too simple. The answer I received was because the lecturer told them to design give simple design. Simple doesn't mean simply asal siap terus hantar. Kan? Simple means simple interaction, simple button design, those kind decorating it with flowery design, which is unnecessary. Okay. Other issues, privacy, offline usage. For example, the data is still on the phone, sorry, on the wristwatch. You need to transfer it or upload to your laptop. Each of these has its own design guideline, designed for glanceability. Glanceability means one glance, I know it's time, rather than I have to read all the long paragraph. The design guideline here for design for context for emergency, only 2 buttons, that's it. There shouldn't be any other menu Facebook. Dah lah, emergency sempat lagi nak tengok Twitter, nak buka TikTok. So, no other buttons except that emergency button. What else? Cycling, how many steps I take until 4 p.m. today, 379. Okay. Calorie burn, 1.4 kilowatt calorie. Right. What else? Fall detection, summary of user movement in a day. Design lightweight interaction, simple interaction. For example, I'll call you back, so I just press 1. I don't have to type. Number 1, on the wristwatch is there's no physical keyboard. There's only virtual keyboard. And again, if you provide me a keyboard, QWERTY keyboard, QWERTY, QWERTY type of keyboard, I don't think it's easy for me to type it because of the limitation of the screen size. So this is the best way. You suggest based on the incoming messages, only 3 most important or most probable text that I should click. Click this button, leaving now, or busy and familiar. Keep it simple. See, you can see the design simple. Lots of white spaces. White spaces doesn't necessarily be white in color. It may be black, but white space means white area. Empty area that I can relieve my eyes so that I'm not looking at too much text. Design a clear minimalistic interface. This is my mantra. I love a minimalist design. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's it. 4 menus at one particular screen. First of all. In terms of font, use sans serif. Sans serif font, don't use Times New Roman for better text readability. Enough space between elements because I need to click. I'm afraid if I have large size of thumb, I will press both menus at one time. Minimize interruption. For example, so many menus. In 50 minutes, I have brunch. I will go to brunch. Sorry, breakfast with Ali in 15 minutes. Then for incoming call, there should be only 2 buttons: pick up or deny for the call. Sorry. Notification reminder on and off. That's it. In terms of privacy, also very, very important, especially health data, personal data, word or outward device facing, so you don't have to, you can hide your interaction, especially maybe you want to key in your IC number, for example. Average non-visual UI. There is non-visual. You may consider using voice input. Hi Siri, answer this phone. Hi Google, I don't want to pick up this phone. Interaction with other devices, because it will be all the data on your digital smartwatch can be transferred into your counterpart on mobile phone. Okay. Here is the example: Apple Watch and health data on iPhone. Another design guidelines for offline usage. Don't forget, please allow me to download maybe I want to drive from Kuching to Sri Aman, for example. So after Serian, I'm afraid there won't be less strong internet connection. So why not I just download the whole map first, then I can use it without being connected. This is one of very, very good solution given by Google Map, I think. And the latest one, sorry, Google Map. The latest one on Google Map, you can see like AR type of button where it shows you the way to go. Because normally inside the building, you don't know what is on the map, whether to the left or to right. So on Google Map, there is an arrow like VR, sorry, AR type of arrow to guide you where you want to move. If you are interested to study each and every design guideline for Google, for example, it uses material design. I love material design very much. Although I use Microsoft every day, Microsoft software. So even from the name of the software, the company, you can see it's slightly different in terms of the interaction, in terms of the graphic design. So these are about user interface UI UX. These are the design guideline for iOS. You can read this one if you're interested. From user interaction to data entry, so on, so forth. Right. Next, let's move on to the standards. Standards are a specific design guideline. It's official. You need to follow it. The document is public available. You can download this. For example, from set by international body, national level body, government agency, military, etc. And each and every industry or sector, they have their own sub interface design that if you follow it, you'll be able to, your system will be able to work correctly, easily. And if you think ISO is not related to computer, think twice. ISO is National Standardization Organization. Even for HCI, they also have their own numbering system here, ISO 9241, Economics of Human System Interaction, how people uses mobile phone, how I sit in front of my PC for maybe 1 hour should be no problem. What happen if I sit here for 7-8 hours? Not to mention my hair is old, the material is hard, and to sit here is about ergonomic. ISO 20282, ease of operation of everyday product, as simple as clicking, sliding, scrolling, moving the bar, the bar, scrolling bar. Here's the explanation. If you are not sure between what the difference between guideline, principle, and standard. The principle is the highest level or high level guideline is theory lah. High level theory, what should you do? And second level is design guideline. For example, use colors to highlight link. The traditional way of highlighting color is using blue underline, using href for HTML, for example. So that's still under guideline, no particular very detailed standard. So under standard, the third column, UI standard, if you want that line to be clickable and the users would know that it's clickable blue, please use RGB symbol hashtag 1010 ODO, for example. Design principle, highest level, design guideline, the intermediate level. The UI standard is very, very particular, the low level of it. As a graphic designer or mobile app developer, you need to follow the UI standard. For example, 20-point font for title. What is the font name? Verdana. Use Verdana. Don't change it to English Gothic Classic font, whatever it may be. Lavender background. The background color should be standardized. Instruction should be bold. So these are the standardized guidelines that you need. Okay, so in summary, today we learned about the design guidance, design principles, high level, design guidelines, subset of design principles, and for the very particular small way of using or designing button, for example, where our user interface standard. Okay, good enough. That's all for today. Thank you very much. All the best for your next event. You have 4 minutes to make your where's your program? DK. Right. So see you again next week online. And hopefully the pandemic is over. No more pandemic, I hope. Because last week one of my students reported positive, and yesterday another one. So I decided we have to stick on online class towards the end of the semester. Hopefully it would be better. Okay. Anyone with the one that to scan your attendance, you may scan it now. The rest of you, see you again next week. And don't forget your project. Should you have any problem with your project, do not ask your friend. Ask me. You may PM me anytime. Sir, could you please double check your current progress? You've done with the first, second. I think now you should go into the what is the third one? The information architecture. But the fourth one is convert information architecture to pencil design, sketch design, and the final version would be using Figma. All the buttons are clickable using Figma hyperlink, and you don't have to run it using real database. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you very much. Anyone needs manual attendance, just type in the chat box, or you may PM me on WhatsApp. All right, that's all. Thank you. Bye bye. Yeah, either I'll do it for you, or I'll set your attendance manually.